My sidekick's not here. I am so sad she is not here. So Christine is on travel. She's on travel status. So she I don't know if she'll be in. I sent her a link. I don't know if she'll make it in tonight or not. But anyway, so that's why I'm by myself on this one. So anyway, howdy everybody. Let me start telling everybody hello. So there's Joe Fix It For You. I was very late making this thumbnail this afternoon, guys. It was after 4 o'clock because that I got in late. So I've been with my grandson's truck working on it all day. So anyway, got more to do tomorrow. So there is Tamara from Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. That's Tamara and David. Welcome. Then we've got, hey, Risky. Risky says, I want to talk race car and bankruptcy court. Why does it cost so much to go fast? Now, that's that's an enigma wrapped in a mystery. No, it's anything that is fun or is there's just a lot of stuff that costs a lot of money. You get into four wheelers, it costs a lot of money. You get into racing, it costs a lot of money. If you really get into bass fishing, it costs a lot of money. Deer hunting costs a lot of money. It's everything costs money. So there's Barb at Ben's Over Acres. Howdy. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. And Joey says your package will arrive on Monday, Barb. There's Wendy at Hardnack Farms. Howdy. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Karen Breast. Welcome. There is Penny Ortiz. Howdy, Penny. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. There's Nanny Tam. Hi, Nanny Tam. Good to see you. Yeah, Wendy, I wasn't sure I was going live either until I kind of, rushed in here at the last minute type of thing. There's Troy Sutton. Howdy. Thanks for being here, buddy. And let's see here. There is Ginger needs some soil. What you doing in here? Says Wendy from Hardneck Farms to Joey. I guess so. Anyway, there is let's see. Hey, Jerome Strong. Thanks for being in here. I think I've almost made it to the bottom. Hey, Tony at Our Cabin in the Woods. Howdy. There's Lynn Nioki. Hello. And there's Joe Jacobson. Thanks for coming in. So anyway, I know, if you're in Oklahoma, we had guys, get this, we had moisture that fell from the sky today. It was unreal. But it did rain this morning. Right whenever I got to where we were supposed to work on the truck, I had it loaded on a trailer and it was pouring about as hard as it could possibly pour. So, but I got it unloaded. We got the things that we thought we were going to be doing, we didn't end up doing. And the things that we didn't have any idea we would be doing to that truck, we did a lot to. Like, found out that the front end was about to fall out from underneath it. All four tie rods and center link, everything was wore out in it. And so they quoted me a cost on all the parts and stuff like that. And I said, I'm not going to give it back to him unsafe. So we're going to have to fix it. Not cheap. Oh, Sean, y'all got an inch? Holy cow. We didn't get nothing like that. I can tell you that. We got some. We got enough to knock the dust down. And let's see here. Welcome in, Sean, by the way. Thanks for being here, buddy. And then we've got Debbie Drack. Hello, Debbie. Thanks for being here. So that was what I had going on today. You probably saw my thumbnail and thought, well, what's he doing now? Well, that thumbnail, a lot of people have seen the green GTO. not many of you guys have actually seen the black GTO. That's the black one. It's out there in the shop. It actually has no engine in it right now. And so I have the engine for it. I have the actual exact same engine that you see in the picture for it, but I'm going to put, I want to put rings and bearings and fix it up right again before I put it back in the car. Now, I don't think I'm going to put the blower back on it. I think we're going to convert it. So I'm going to change the heads, up the compression, and make it, a cool little street car with the hood on it, which you can see in the background of that picture that I put up as my thumbnail. The actual factory GTO hood for that is back there. So I've got a hood for it. Joe Jacobson said they had rain most of the afternoon. And Wendy said, I was scared the wind was throwing rain and hail against the house. You got hail? Wow, it rained here 1.5 inch or more. Wow, that's awesome. You guys got a lot of rain. We didn't get nothing like that. And that's typically the way it is over here. I don't know what it is, but we get some rain, but we don't get rain like a lot of other places in Oklahoma get for whatever reason. Yes, that's an 871 blower. It is an Eddie. See here, it's called a Ed Pink. It's an Ed Pink 871 magnesium case. Since that picture was taken, I have completely taken that blower. I had it completely redone. It's got all new rubbers in it because it's a stripped blower. And I've changed the drive on it. I've got all 8mm stuff for it. I actually got a hat, alcohol injection, and all kinds of stuff for it. But I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to have that up for sale. Hey, Paul Honeyman, how you doing? Okies Eden said we got heavy rain and wind. You can grind out that housing and put 1071 rotors in it. Well, that's cool to know, but it ain't going to do me no good because I'm not going to do it. I've got everything I've got out there is brand spanking new. I had that blower powder coated black. I had, it's nice. It's all stainless bolts and stuff. And I am just going to put it up for sale. There's Auntie's World. You get to a certain age where you kind of want, I can go fast in the green car. The green car will go faster than that black car will ever go. The black car has been 961 in the quarter. The green car has been a lot faster on motor. So, I just want to run the, I'll just go fast in the green one and make the black one a hot street ride, Yeah, and the Trans Am is a cruiser too. Absolutely. Trans Am is actually going to get air conditioning. So I'm going to put AC on that car. Because Poverty Tour this year is going to be going to Moab up in Utah. It's going to go by the Grand Canyon, going to go all out across the desert. It's going to be in June. So yeah, we're going to be putting air conditioning on it. So I thought about vintage air stuff, but I've got everything I need factory wise. I've got several Trans Ams with AC, and I've got everything I need to just put factory stuff in it. Hey Lee, there's Lee at Fisherman 506. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. Hey Rhonda Dodson, how's Bobby doing? Hey Brian. There's Brian at the Vineyard Farmhouse. How are you doing? There's Josh at Rivers Root Outdoors. And yeah, we're doing good over here. There's Red Dirt Rooster Road. Howdy, Monty and Michelle. Thanks for coming in. There's Dale at 9 Acre Family Farms. Hello. Dale, if I know him, he is driving back home from work right now. So, that's the thing about a 5 o'clock live. Everybody's just getting off work, driving home, stuff like that. It's a tough time to do it live. So, but anyway, we got one going anyway. The shop, the work on the shop is kind of I haven't got to do any work on the shop in the last few days because I've been too busy doing a bunch of other stuff. I would like to get one more deer hunt in for about I'd like to get a 2-day deer hunting and bow hunting down there where that last video was that I did. So I'm thinking that's going to be maybe early next week. I will probably go down there and try to get a 2-day hunt in. And then the 15th, it's over. I mean, that's it. We're done. 15th. So it's actually 5 now. No more 3-hour difference. That's right. It is actually 5 now. Right. Josh and them are back in Alabama. I see him all the time in his shorts and lives, or shorts and stuff like that. He's cruising that boat that used to be cruising in the Alaskan waters, cruising in those Alabama waters now, and it makes my heart happy. And he made these he made a short talking about God and the house and his house payment in Alaska. If you guys haven't seen that, check it out. Then we've got trying to think here. So I've got more what you call sheathing to put up on the walls in the shop. I got a lot of paint to do. I do have the paint, so I'm going to do all that stuff. Yeah, the wind is pretty bad, windy. That was kind of funny. The wind is bad, windy. So I've got more sheathing. I've already cut the plywood to length and stuff like that. I've got to put that up. Hopefully we'll be ready to do some electrical work on that every time I say a couple of weeks, it's a couple of weeks more. I'm going to say it's going to be no, I did not buy an airless sprayer. I actually have an airless sprayer, but I didn't buy one. And an airless sprayer, the one I've got will probably work. I think I got it at Lowe's. It's not like any kind of a big one. It's like I think it'll hold like a quart or something like that. I could spray a quart at a time. I used it one time on our deck, I think, spraying, what do you call it, that stain on the deck. Hey, James Hall, y'all's in here, Shade Tree Cook. Thanks for coming in, buddy. But anyway, so tonight is Homestead Hangout, and for the folks who are here, once I'm done at 6 o'clock, you're going to go over to, if you're still in for the lives and stuff like that, you're going to go over to White Rock Homestead, and then you can go over to from White Rock Homestead at 6 o'clock. You can go over to Dale and Lisa's channel over at 9 Acre Family Farms at 7 o'clock. So they'll be live. And I've been watching Dale's videos and stuff like that. He's got one about what they're doing for their 9x9 challenge, and then they've got one that they're doing for their where he fixed his tractor and stuff like that. Hey, Chris. Oh, Chris got an American Legion meeting to go to. Thanks for coming in. Chris sent us a heads up this morning about the weather. Chris is like, he keeps his eye on the weather, and he sent us a heads up. I appreciate that. He's always looking out for people. Hurt me, Mr. John, with that Model 94. I need me another one again. Right. Yeah, but you got a 257 Roberts. And Risky One says, get the one you put in a 5-gallon bucket and spray away. Right. I need to do that. One I got is just a little, like people might paint doors or something with it. There's Rebecca. Howdy, Rebecca. Thanks for coming in. So anyway, I've got to do some painting out there. We're going to put in the electric, the wiring and stuff like that. We're going to get all the electrical run. Then after I get all that done, I'm going to be in the market for an upright air compressor. I'm going to put in that. Already got my welder. I've got my cutting torches. I've got my press. I've got my parts washer. I would kind of like to have a small cabinet sandblaster. And I've got to build some more shelving and stuff like that. Did you get the mailbox in yet, or is that still to come? What mailbox? I have not got a mailbox. I mean, we got a mailbox, but Joe's saying the rain might turn to snow tonight. Yeah, we're supposed to kind of cool off. We're not cooling off much, though. I mean, we're only going to get, I think tomorrow it's supposed to be around 60 or something like that. Electrical box. No, I have not got my electrical box. Yes, I don't count. Johnny hasn't noticed me to say hi. Hi, Scotty. I am so sorry, buddy. I must have missed you somewhere. I'm looking back up to see where. There's Tim Mason. Howdy, Tim. I'm going back up. Might have been whenever I was, you might have popped in when I was telling one of my stories. And when I'm telling my stories, it's, I get off a little bit. Our next chance of snow is on Saturday. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance of snow, which, I'm not really a huge snow fan. When I was a kid, I was a big snow fan. And I liked snow and all that stuff. But nowadays, rain every once in a while will be good, but it don't have to snow. Maybe I should bring that hobby horse up and see how that sandblaster works. I don't have a sandblaster. I'm going to have to get one. Tomorrow to be in the 60s, strong winds and rain, says Karen Breast. Right. Yeah, we got the wind, that's for sure. Paul Honeyman, we just got our streets cleared of the snow with heavy rain last night, and we got a 1-inch snowfall expected tonight. Wow. Yeah, 2.5 months to get a sandblaster. Yeah, I see you. I see you. Problem is, man, I got a lot going on in 2.5 months, and I don't know if I'm going to find one in that time frame. I'm not enjoying feeding all the livestock in the snow. Penny, that's one of the things I really don't enjoy either. I really don't enjoy going out. One thing about snow is you drag it everywhere. If you go out in it and walk around in it, you drag it in your house. We have a mud room here, but still yet, you drag it in. Every time you get in and out of your car, you drag it in and out of your car and everything else. So everything just seems to always be wet. It just, yeah. Everybody can, yeah. Now, some places depend on snow, like where Christine is, South Dakota, depends on snow because the way their soil is up there on the way the dirt is and stuff like that, they need a slow release moisture. They need something because rain runs through it too fast. So they need something like snow that slowly releases moisture into that soil. And they haven't hardly gotten any this year. It's been pitiful. I wish you would have said something about the upright compressor. I bought a new one, took my old one to the auction. It worked great, but I wanted a 2-stage with higher pressure. Yeah, I got you. I mean, yeah, I need an upright air compressor for future reference. Yeah, Penny says I can 100% relate to what the thing about it is if you got a car and it's got like carpet on the floor or anything other than like rubber mats in it, that floor takes a beating. I mean, the reason why cars floorboards rot out, there's a couple of reasons. One of them is dragging water in with your feet and it going right through that carpet and just sitting there wet on that. The other is sitting too long on dirt, like tires all flat. It's basically the floor, it's on the ground and stuff like that. And they rot from the bottom up, or they can rot from the top down whenever your feet's wet all the time and you're dragging stuff in there. Hey, Mike, there's Mr. MT Homestead. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I lived in snow 41 years. I'm done. Right. Yeah, we're all sitting here talking about snow, and it was 70 today, and it's going to be like, I don't know, 58 or 59 tomorrow, 59, I think. So we don't really have too much snow here, which is fine with me. Fine. So, one of the things you guys can look out for is a nice fifth wheel type camper. I think we're going to upgrade our camper. I'm not pulling my cars out of my heated garage, but the side by side is just horrible, right? You know, if you live up in the snow country, you're going to have to deal with all the ice and stuff on the roads. I mean, I watch videos from other places, like there's a guy watching Minnesota. There's one in upstate New York, and their vehicles just take a salt beating up there. I mean, Janae, no, I don't want to build a snowman. I don't care nothing about. You know, I loved snow whenever I was a kid. Hey, Corey, there's my cameraman for my racing stuff and everything. He typically ends up at the same street races that I end up at, and it works out good. Very appreciative, Corey, for helping me with that. Yeah, I like the snow now. I don't have to drive in it. Yeah. Janae loves making snow angels. You like being wet is what you like, being getting out there and making snow angels. I don't want to lay down in it. I don't want it. Yeah, I'm going to be a bah humbug. I'm not a snow person anymore. When I was a kid, I loved it because we got out of school. Sometimes, not very often. You didn't get out of school for a 6-inch snow whenever I was a kid. That didn't happen. Our snows, and back then we got a lot more snow than we do now. Snow had to be a foot or more before we got out. Well, I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay, Paul. All right. Yeah, let's leave that one alone. Yeah, I don't like slushy. Somebody was talking about the ground being froze and stuff like that, and then kind of thawing a little bit, and it turns greasy. I guess I can't remember what the word was that they actually said. My cars are sports road hugger. Sports road hugger. Sports road hugger. Sporty car. Sporty car. I guess they're sporty cars. So smeary. Yeah, there's the word. Smeary. The ground gets smeary. Right there. Smeary is the word. So that's going to be our word of the day, smeary. So anyway, when will Christine be home? Christine will be home. I'm not sure. They were talking like 3 weeks. I'm not sure right now. I don't know, because she said it might change. It might be less. She's just got to work it all out and stuff like that. Derek Fowler. Hey, Derek. Derek Fowler says Dale's 2 favorite things are snow and pineapples. I don't think so. It's my element as a kid. Loved fishing, canoeing, sunfish, sailboats. Mama sent me and my sister to faith camp in Maine. With road huggers, you get stuck in 3 to 5 inches of snow. Right. Yeah. I get stuck in it too. I get stuck in my dually. I mean, there's a video that I put out last year where I was stuck in my dually out there with the cattle. I was stuck out there I think I was stuck there for 3 days. We finally ended up having to pull it out with one of the neighbors' vehicles. But we got it out and everything. Man, I wish Christine was here. It's always so good to play off of somebody else whenever you're on one of these lives and stuff like that. And, but she's not here, and I sure do miss her. Yeah, you can get them stuck on wet grass. That's right, Sean. That's right. Dualies are, man, on pavement. They're hard to beat. A dually on a pavement is a really, it's a really good thing. But a dually on wet grass or dually on snow, not very good. You'd think having 4 tires in the back would make them better, but it doesn't, because it it just doesn't do it. It just doesn't work. Yeah, I watched your tractor repair. I watched you where you changed, tightened all the hoses up, and then you changed your filter, which preventive maintenance. You changed your filter, and it started working for you, going up and down and stuff like that. More tire surface to slide. Is that reason why the slicks are bigger? The bigger slicks are better. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not tagging people not being a bit lazy, says Joe Jacobson. Yeah, I understand. I am really worn out. I stood on concrete all day long while we worked on that. It's a 99 model S10, and that truck is just cool. Hey, Jesse. Jesse with Lazy Days Head popped in. But that truck is just cool to me. I mean, I wish I had a picture of it. I should have took a picture of it, put it up as my thumbnail, because he got that thing, and most people would think it's the ugliest thing that there is, or some people would, but everybody that saw it today thought it was cool. It's rusty, like not rusted through like something up north. It's like whoever got it before him decided to do a sand job on it, and they sanded it all down to paint it, and then they never paint it. So it's got surface rust all over it. It's so cool. And we're actually going to do a Ajax wash or a Comet wash on it, and we're going to do a patina job on it with that rust. Hey, there's Lauren at Making It Home. Welcome, welcome. I would have had to call Dale to figure out was the filter. Yeah, that's just one of them things you do, Derek. Whenever stuff don't work, filters. I remember a long time ago, every single time my truck went into the shop, diesel truck, it was filters. I mean, it wasn't like that was my problem, but they would change the filters. They said it was part of they just had to change the filters whenever they worked on anything to do with check engine lights and stuff like that. So they would check. So every single time it was $100 set of filters on that truck. Yeah. But yeah, and some of those tractors don't, they've got screens in different places. The older tractors, especially, you look around on them and you'll find little access ports, I guess you'd call them, places where it'll have a plate bolted over, something in different areas. And you pull the bolts out of that. Usually they've got silicone or something around them to keep them from leaking. You pull them out whenever they're in that hydraulic system area, and you'll get behind them, and there'll be like a screen, screen here, a screen there, some kind of filter that you didn't even know was there, and stuff like it. Not an obvious filter like a screw-on filter. They just got them all over the place on those older tractors. Right back, got to go feed chickens their dinner. Yeah, you better, because they're going to go to bed before you know it. There's White Rock Homestead. Howdy, howdy. They're going to be on after us at 6 o'clock. So make sure you go over and check out Jason and Tara over there. Tonight, I know for one thing, I have to finish editing the video that comes out tomorrow, because I'm not going to be around tomorrow. I've got to go back and work on this truck. We changed all 4 tie rods, center link. We changed a bunch of stuff on this truck. And tomorrow I'm going to go over there and we're have the front end aligned. I got to take it to an alignment shop. Then after that, I'm going to take it over to a muffler shop and try to get some kind of a muffler on it, because I don't know why, but somebody has unbolted the whole, like halfway back, right past where the catalytic converter is. There's actually a place where they can unbolt, take the exhaust apart. They unbolted it and took off the whole tailpipe, the muffler, everything that was back there is all gone. And that thing is absolutely, yes, we checked wheel bearings today. Risky. Did that. Checked ball joints today. Ball joints and wheel bearings were fine. Yeah, everything else is junk. So, but anyway, I've got to go get some kind of a muffler put on this thing so that it's not unbearably loud. But I'm just trying to fix it up for him. It's his daily driver. He's borrowing his mom's car today and tomorrow while I do all this stuff. But I'm just trying to make it to where, he don't die in it. That's my whole thing. Don't die in your car. He just needs it working. But it is a cool little truck. What motors I have, it has the 2.2 liter 4-cylinder in it. And his dream is to put an LS engine in it, which I looked at it and I thought it would be a fine candidate for an LS engine, or a small block or something like that. But what I'm going to try to talk him into, hey, let's go buy you a cheap little car, something you can get back and forth to work in, and then let's work on your truck. Mavis. What's Mavis? Please don't take the Mavis. I don't know what a Mavis is. I need a truckload of non-chocolate cakes from Little Debbie just to cure my sweet tooth. That's something. Since New Year's came around, I decided to make one of my, the 9 by 9 challenge thing. One of my 9 challenges is I'm off pop. So I'm staying off pop. I'm drinking water. Of course, I have to sweeten my water up a little bit, but I'm drinking water and stuff like that. I've already lost like 5 pounds. So, just doing that one thing. And that would be, that's simple. Once I got past the headaches and stuff, because whenever you drink Mountain Dew like I did, you're going to have headaches whenever you get, Mavis Tire and Brakes. It's a repair center chain that's around here. Okay. I don't know anything about them. They're not anywhere around here. I go to independent places. We actually went over to my buddy Steve. A lot of you guys know Steve from the races. He has a wrecker and repair shop. So I go anytime we do any mechanic, like anything that we need a lift for, I go over there. And I thought this thing needed a lift. I wanted to get it on a lift to check stuff out on it. And the front end, all the tie rods and all that stuff was absolutely not even on the radar. But that's what we ended up doing. So thank you, Dale. Trying being on the water and stuff like that. I quit sugar, 0 withdrawals, and I feel great. There you go. Pronounced Mavis. Mavis. Okay. I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know anything about them. Yeah, if you can quit sugar, that's a good one too. I'm not there yet. I'm not quitting sugar yet. I'm not on what do you call it, that keto diet or anything like that. I'm not on that. What I am is on portion control and water, and but if I want to drink some, I mean not drink, but if I want to eat an ice cream or something like that, I'll eat an ice cream. I figured that's, you know, hopefully it'll work for me. Um, Anything that makes you feel better. Yeah, no carnivore, no carnivore. I do need to get soon. Whenever I get off this live, I need to get in here and I need to find something for supper tonight, though, because I'm kind of on my own here, and we have a lot of beef. And beef, there's probably gonna, yeah, we might have a story one of these days about it. Yes, I have two of Christine's homemade cookies left. Two. And I'm excited about those. My diet has gone 100 nutty pecan diet. Oh, okay. We got some pecans here too, I think. Anytime I quit eating sugar a long time ago, but still making stuff for kids, not even tempted. Wow, that's crazy. Smell racing fuel makes me feel good. Right? It makes me feel good too. John Goes Outdoors. Howdy, howdy. Thanks for coming in. Says, I'm on portion control also. Right? I eat so much less than I used to. I think I was talking on Brian's live last night, and I don't know if we talked about it on the live or after, but I know that a few years ago when Christine made hamburgers, I always got two. She would always make me two hamburgers, so I would have them and the fries and all the stuff. That's hilarious. I gave up beer for 22 minutes now, right? That's funny. But anyway, I can hardly wait to meet you, by the way. I can hardly wait to meet you one of these days. I know it's going to happen. We're going to meet somehow. But anyway, so she always used to make me two hamburgers, had all the fries. I would have, we'd have some kind of dessert around here and stuff like that. Well, now it's getting where I don't, a lot of times I'm not able to completely finish one. I eat about half the fries. I eat, I'm getting to where I eat less and less. Sometimes my eyes are still big. I know I can make 3 meals out of JL's barbecue now. 3 meals out of one trip to JL's. Got to start somewhere. That's right. The doc wants me to drop to 150 by March, and now I'm getting hungry. Yeah, we're sitting here talking about eating and stuff like that, but portion control, Corey. Less. Eat less. Just eat less. Derek said, I paid them $1,600 and they replaced a lot of stuff in the front end. I drove for a week and the passenger side ball joint broke and the wheel laid down. Oh, that's horrible. Did they replace that ball joint? Or did they just replace a lot of stuff? Sometimes whenever you replace everything, but I'll give you an example. Sometimes whenever you replace a lot of stuff, it puts more stress on other stuff that was used to the slop. If that makes any sense, like a ball joint, if everything else is loose, a ball joint can live a little longer. But if everything gets tight, a ball joint becomes the one weak point. And I guess everything transfers to the ball joint and it can break like that. It's the same thing with, I've seen people have perfectly good running engines and stuff like that, and they decide they want to change the heads on it to like a new set of heads or something. The bottom end was working perfectly and everything. So they put new heads on their engine. I mean, same compression, same everything. Sometimes those new heads are sealed up enough to knock the rings out on the piston. It is crazy. I've seen cars that never smoked a lick. They put new heads on them, they start smoking not too long after that, because even though the compression is supposed to be the same, those valves are way more, way more sealed up and stuff like that, and it'll knock them out sometimes. I'd be looking at my repair bill, right? They took it back and fixed it, but they couldn't get the brakes to bleed right. Wow. They shouldn't be responsible if that was on the repair lease, means they didn't do it. Yeah, the ball joints, hopefully they checked the ball joints. I mean, all they had to do was stick like a bar underneath the tire whenever it was up on the lift, pop it up and down, watch those ball joints and stuff. Our car's in the shop looking at some big money. Oh no, Tamara. Well, I tell you what, one of mine got fixed today. Because whenever I was over there, I don't know what happened, but the last time, about 2 weeks ago, my dually all of a sudden started having a leak from the power steering, and I mean that thing was leaking like crazy. And you could, if I wanted to pull something on a trailer, it was going to get power steering fluid all over it. Let's just put it that way. So while I had it over there today, I used it to pull that truck over there. While I had it over there, we pulled it in, my dually, and it was a nut on the top of the power steering box. It's that adjustment nut, I guess you'd call it, the one where you have the Allen head in the center of it, and you can basically tighten the mesh of the gears a little bit more better inside the power steering box with that. They say you can take up slop and stuff. Well, apparently that nut was like just a quarter turn off. We were able to tighten it a quarter turn, and that stopped it. So power steering's working now. Good. So I'm happy about that. Hey, Wanda Henry's in. Christy Betts is here. Thanks for coming in. Making sure I haven't missed anybody else's. If I have, speak up and say, yeah, you missed me. You missed me. So, like our old Maxima Toyota was supposed to change coils. Well, when David replaced the platinum because it was cracked, because burp it after oil change Maxima. If you know, you know. Yeah. Thank you, Janae. She put out the lineup tonight for Homestead Hangout. The centering nut, yeah. It's the one right on the top of the power steering box itself. Has 4 bolts holding. It's on a plate, 4 bolts holding it down. And we have used it in the past to tighten up like in my GTO, we've used that to help take up the slack in the gears and stuff like that. Dale, they wanted me to pay me $1,900 for the damages. The body shop quote was $4,900. Wow. Well, with Knock 'em Down, Johnny misses you. You're lucky. Yeah. I've been pretty lucky on my shooting stuff. Somehow I seem to be able to get, even a blind hog, how they say. When is the 10 killer meetup? The 10 killer meetup is April 17th, 18th, and 19th. Make your plans now. I guess I need to put up a deal about that. I need to put up a banner. I don't know. I don't think I have a banner for that yet. I'm going to have to make a banner. I actually got to get the committee together and figure all this stuff out. Figure out what we're going to do and everything else. I know Mike and them, they've really been pushing that Mid-America and stuff like that. We just been kind of laid back on Tin Killer a lot. Thank you guys for putting that up. Appreciate it. I think it's, yeah, May 15th through 17th for Mid-America, right? And it's travelok.com is where you find your book for your camp spots and stuff like that. I think I'm not sure. There's probably a few camp spots still there by the pavilion. I have not looked. I know Jesse and Lisa's got theirs. We've got ours. Tony and Angie have got theirs. And we're in the exact same spot we were last year. So I'm not sure if anybody else has theirs or not. Any up there. Yeah, they'll both be here before you know it. That's right. They will. Absolutely. So, got to go get ready for live and clean up the tattoo station. I'll see y'all in 15 minutes. All right, White Rock. Thanks for coming in. Anyway, on that black GTO, the one that's in my thumbnail, that is the first 69 GTO I ever owned. The motor in it is a 455, or the motor for it is a 455 Pontiac Punch 30. It's 462 cubic inches. It's got a solid roller cam in it. Wendy, I'm not even going to talk about tornadoes right now. We're not going to jinx ourselves by talking about tornadoes, so let's not even go there. Let's not even think about that. We're going to think good thoughts. So anyway, that black GTO, it's got a 12-bolt rear end in it. It is Positrack. I had that rear end completely rebuilt. It's got 373 gears in it. It's got a turbo 400 with a ATI stall converter in it. It has the factory his and hers shifter in it. The factory interior is actually in it. Factory dash, factory everything. It is one sweet car. If you saw the inside of my 77 Trans Am, that black GTO has an interior equally as nice as the Trans Am does. It has a couple of things that I need to get fixed on it. One of them is I need to get a new windshield in it because I had a hood blow up on it whenever I was at Salisaw at the drag strip, and it actually busted the windshield and got the chrome trim at the top above that windshield. So the windshield that's in the picture on my thumbnail is no longer any good. I've got to get it replaced. The tires and wheels that are on it in that picture are going back on it. Not the exact tires. I'm going to get new tires for it, but the wheels that you see in the picture, which are factory wheels for one of those cars. when I said Positrack, my mind went to Joe Dirt. No, Positrack's thing. Positraction. Yeah, so it's solid roller cam, risky. It's got titanium valves. It's got it's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's a pretty neat old motor. I've had a lot of things happen with it, and it's lived through all of them. I don't know how. That picture was taken the last time I just got it running, and we've driven the far out of it since then and raced it all over the country. We've street raced it. We've done all kinds of stuff with it. I pulled the engine out of it and I put it in my green car for just a short period of time to see how, you know, how the chassis would work on the green car with a little bit of power, not near as much as what it's got now. And it worked real good. And I never got it back in the black car. And since it's out, I decided this is the time to put rings, rod and main bearings, do all the stuff. I'm going to change heads on it. I'm going to make it, it's got 8.4 to 1 compression, and I'm going to make it have 10.2 to 1 compression, which with aluminum heads is still pump gas friendly. It will run, when I get it done, I've had it in that configuration before. It will run 1050, 1060 in the quarter mile on motor. It weighs 3,750 pounds with, well, if I lose a few pounds, it'll weigh that with me in it. It'd probably weigh 30, it'll weigh a little bit more right now. But anyway, it's a mid 10-second car. And I think I'm going to run it. We've got this street stuff that we do. We go to Mexico every once in a while. I think I'm going to run it on hard tire. They always have a hard tire deal, and I think I want to put it on hard tire. So we'll see how that works. Do you get any snow, Lee? We got the rain that froze roads. Uh-oh, that's not cool. I hate frozen anything. I don't like frozen, well, besides ice cream. I like ice cream and stuff. Aluminum rods, no. No, I do not have aluminum rods in it or the green car, Risky. And the reason being is because I'm probably going to drive something more than the, 120 passes you're going to get with a set of aluminum rods. And I street drive and do everything else. So no, it's got steel H beams in it. No, I won't have to run 104 either. I can run 91 octane at 10.2 with with aluminum heads and the cam I got. I've done it a million times. It'll run on 91 octane. I'd prefer to have 93, or 94 or whatever, but we don't have that around here. We do have 91 here. Hey, Beverly Moffitt, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that stuff. That car, you may see it go on one of these poverty tour deals too, because it's actually that good a car. I mean, it can go pretty much anywhere. It used to have a fuel cell in it. We put an actual gas tank back in that car. It's sumped. It's got electric pump and all that good stuff, but it's a factory tank. It's all new. Yeah, I spent a few bucks on that old car. I love Culver's chocolate ice cream. Man, I'm going to be looking around here for ice cream now. I can tell you, we've started talking about this stuff. Yeah, Corey, you've seen that car. I mean, Corey's watched that car race before, so he knows what it'll do. It ran, like I said, in blown trim. I think I ran 961 or something like that in it. So, Johnny, it might run a lot better on some of that new Venezuelan fuel. It should be refined here soon. That's right. Overdriven. Actually, I ran it underdriven, Risky. It was underdriven about, I can't remember the percentage because it's been a little while. You have to bear with me, but I ran it underdriven. I only had, see how many pounds of boost were we pushing with that. It was not a lot. It was like 4 pounds maybe. I mean, it's always had a strip blower in it, and it's always worked good. Uh-oh, I think I might have missed someone. Old junk and a dog doesn't scream on the highway with the 373s. Not as much as you think. It actually has. I think it's right around. I want to say it's close to 3,000 RPM. But the thing about it is, I can actually change that rear end if I want to something else. If I actually do get to where I go, this is going to be our poverty tour car for this year. Yeah, I might change it a little bit, but the this year it's not going to be our poverty tour car. Our poverty tour car is going to be the 77 Trans Am again. My goal is to have air conditioner in it by the time we go, though. That's my goal. I better get busy. I know there's a lot of things I need to get busy on. I work really good under pressure. Like if I've got like a day or 2 days to get something done or whatever, I'm really good about that. If I've got like quite a bit of time, yeah, Andale, you hear the closer and hey, Phil So Wills, good to see you. If I have quite a bit of time, I will do something else until it's almost time and then I'll do it. So be looking for videos of me fixing stuff like right before we go on poverty tour. So right before. I won't be like Dalton and have, my car ready months and months in advance. It'll be like, yeah, the car's ready. We're leaving tomorrow. So that's where it's going to work. So anyway, I mean, it worked with the last year. It worked out. It worked out fine with that old 455 we put in there. Anyway, Under Pressure. I hear you. That's a song. I blend. Oh, here. Oh, come on now. I blend frozen sliced strawberries with a little heavy cream and some used stickers. It makes a great substitute for ice cream and no sugar added. So good. The problem is I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have any frozen strawberries or heavy cream right now. I want mine ready because I want to take it on a few trips before poverty tour. I agree. That's all that is a good way of doing things. That's the right way to do it. I don't do it like that. I do it where, yeah, we got it running. Let's just go. And yeah, here you go. Yeah. Monday and Tuesday, whenever I could be like working on the car, I'll probably be deer hunting. Good night. Good night, Tamara. They're going to go over to White Rock. That's 2 minutes from now. Time for a shopping trip, Johnny, LOL. Old junkyard dog, where is the fun in that, right? I expect some growing pains from the 500. Yeah, you put a 500 Cadillac in a Winnebago. A 500 Cadillac, guys. Well, anyway, guys, it's 5:59. It's time for everybody to head on over to White Rock Homestead. They're going to be doing their live at 6, and then at 7, it's going to be Dale and Lisa at 9 Acre Family Farms. There is Christine. She's the closer. There's our closer right there. So anyway, everybody head on over there. Tell them hello. Tell them the Gilliam sent you. I've got a lot of editing to do. I'll be in and out different places, but I've got to work on some editing tonight because tomorrow I'll be working on the car. Anyway, everybody have a great night, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, guys.